What is up, everybody? My name is CringeyJesse, and this is another Formula 1 Manager 23 video here in 2026 Azerbaijan. Last year with Fernando Alonso, we actually won this race, so I'm hoping for a repeat here. But this time, Pierre Gasly, hoping he will be the one to win this race for us. Time will tell. We are doing pretty well, sitting P4 at the moment, with a shot to be in P3 by the end of this race. I don't want to say P2, but I could see it. I could see it. A lot would have to happen. But anyway. Sophie is improving, and I have set her development to help with that tire wear. So hopefully that works. Hopefully that comes in handy. The only thing I really need to learn now is how to get my pit crew to be the best pit crew ever. I don't want any more 11 seconds, 5 seconds, 8 seconds. I don't want any more. Those have become too consistent, and it's ruining chances. That it is. But anyway, let's get into qualifying. This is a sprint race. Let's get into qualifying to see where we will land. Alright, here we are in Q1. Pierre Gasly coming down to the line to set the time to beat. Everybody is out because the rain is a-coming. 143.9, and someone is going a tad bit faster than him already. Sophie, a whole second, a little bit more than a second slower than Pierre Gasly. And as you can see, there was no time. There was no time. Unfortunately, Sophie is in last to start the sprint race. But as of right now, Gasly will be in Q2. So let's go see what he can do in Q2. Here comes Pierre Gasly to start the time to beat. Once again, someone out there is going a little bit faster than he is. But he's going to come across the line and be 144.2. It did hit dry there near the end, but I wouldn't say dry enough. But P8, this is the only time that Pierre Gasly has set here in Q3 because the track has gotten dry. I'm hoping it's fast enough to do something fantastic, and we will start sprint as of right now on P3. Let's see where Lance Stroll is. Lance Stroll, he's going into the pit lane. Where is Ocon? Ocon is coming down into the pit lane. So P3 for Pierre Gasly in the sprint race.
Now's the time for the sprint here in Baku. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, so we are starting P3 and P20 here in the sprint race. As we watch Pierre Gasly up here. We're going to actually let Sophie push this race just to see, because it looked like in P2 in the last practice session she was doing a little bit better on her tires. So we're going to see how well that is. We're at ×1 right now. I was hoping we could get up into P1 there in front of Oscar Piastri. So now we're going to go ahead and speed it up because ×1 just looks extremely slow now that I've been watching all of this on ×2 for the past season and a half, basically. However, the question still stands. If y'all like it in ×1, let me know, and I will put it back on the ×1 with the voiceover or the live action. Just tell me what y'all like down in the comments, please. Alright, so we have already gained quite a bit here on Bottas. So if we can just get in front of Piastri, I think he will be fine. Flo still sitting in last. And up into first place goes Pierre Gasly. Oscar Piastri didn't really have a chance being all the way up there in front of everybody with no DRS. So now we need to try to get out of the DRS range from Piastri, and it looks like we did it. So we're going to hold back on ERS, and we're just going to keep our strategy. Ooh! Oh no! Flo is out.
And yep, it's the Haas that's affected there. Right then, we can take a look now. So we're heading now into turn 5.
Daniel Ricciardo Did Daniel hit the
Has to be
wall
said,
and then hit
that was pretty
Sophie?
risky. Now their confidence
I
could
thought
have taken
Sophie
a
just
hit with that.
didn't hit the brakes for a second. Ooh. She's definitely out. Alright, so the safety car is in this lap, and it looks like we're only going to have one lap to go. So we're just going to push. In all honesty, we are just going to push. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. No DRS, so we don't have to worry about anybody behind us. But everybody should pass the line at around the same time. So we should see the order. I don't think it'll be as it stands. Flo did get a 5-second penalty for causing a collision. So maybe she was just too close to Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know. I personally would have called it a racing incident. Daniel did hit the wall and then bounce out to hit her. So that's just me. Might be a biased opinion. I don't think so. Nothing looked intentional to me. But as we come down to the line, Pierre Gasly will finish in first. Magnussen and Piastri in the Alpines getting second and third. And then Verstappen, Pourchaire, Bottas, Stroll, Sainz, Russell, Zhou, Leclerc, Albon, Perez, Ocon, Norris, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Schumacher, and Verschoor.
Here we go with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
P1 for Pierre Gasly, P20 for Sophie. As we get on the way here, we're going softs to hards with Gasly, mediums to hards with Sophie. And to start this race, we are going to go ahead and push with Pierre Gasly all that we can, just to try to get away from everybody. And as soon as we get away from everybody, where I feel comfortable, I just let them race normally. Sophie, we're going to attempt to push. But once I see that her tires are not doing what I want them to do, we're going to put her back on medium, the regular. So we will see here. We do want to save some ERS for Gasly here. He does set the fastest lap, but the second lap is going to be faster. Let's see, we're looking at Daniel Ricciardo again and Alexander Albon.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't see what happened. In all reality, it just kind of looked like Albon parked. I didn't see anything major. And a safety car is out. It's not my guys.
It's Valtteri Bottas, I believe.
So we're going to watch Valtteri Bottas sitting in P5. Theo Pourchaire. These AlphaTauris, man. These AlphaTauris are out here just taking people out. I really hate that it's a safety car.
Keep that delta positive. Start to work on your front tyres.
Alright, so the safety car is now in. As you can see, Sophie has made it up to P9. A lot of people went ahead and boxed for new tires. We did not for either driver. Our pit stop lane time our pit lap for Gasly is lap 19. Theo Pourchaire trying to get up the inside there on Pierre Gasly. Nothing doing for him there. Thank goodness. I really don't. We do have a whole nother lap without DRS. So I think once we get up in the open, I'm going to let him use his ERS to get away from Theo, but not as much as we did at the beginning of the race, because I hate having to charge up. I feel like we would go way slower. So we're going to use the ERS here for Gasly just to see if he can get up there, any at all. Flo, who's in front of Sergio Perez. Maybe she can hold back the back. And we'll just put her on normal. Everything. Except for the gas. Maybe she can hold up the back. See what she can do there. It's not like he... Virtual safety car. So with a virtual safety car, I am going to pull him into box.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
It's a crash involving multiple cars. Hopefully it's not Sophie. It's Daniel. And... oh, that's definitely Joe. But look at those AlphaTauris, man. AlphaTauri's playing dirty out here.
And for the crew.
We can get in and out under 3 seconds. That is absolutely amazing. And we come out P10. It's not bad. Here we have Flo in and out right at 3 seconds. So a lot better this race. And luckily, thankfully, that is the only pit stop that we're going to have.
What the happened?
You've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc. But this is what happened. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3. Tries to get
So yeah,
by.
we were...
And there, the cars make contact. And that won't do their confidence any good.
we were so...
So let's take a look at the replay. Now here we are tackling turn
I'm
3.
so mad. I'm so mad. We were on
Well,
pace to win
the
this
cars
one.
avoid making contact. And that's not what they would have had in mind when they woke up this morning.
Oh my goodness. We were on pace to win this one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
And there's a red flag.
red flag.
There's a red flag. And it's not Flo's fault. What is this
Let's see
race?
what happened there. Now we're watching Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen lost his tires, went into the
Fairly
wall
substantial crash there, and they'll
because of
definitely
a
be facing
Mercedes.
few
Now the
questions
Mercedes
from
are
the
playing
team after
dirty.
that.
That's wild. Down the last stretch of this race to the finish line, Kevin Magnussen is going to win
And Magnussen
here in
sneaks home the
Baku
win.
over Carlos Sainz and George Russell. Kevin Magnussen, what a race. What a in all reality, what a race, because this game,
Crash ahead.
there's another crash on the last lap.
Now this was at turn 1.
It's Sergio Perez.
Dangerously close to each other.
Who is that? Is that Joe?
Oh, that's obviously far from intentional, but there was contact.
That's wild. They just finished crossing the line. That's wild. It was Joe. Investigation. No penalties given. Wild.
Hard to imagine how things.
Do you want to talk about the most chaotic race ever? That would be this one. That would be Baku. 100%. Kevin Magnussen winning this race here in Baku. Carlos Sainz getting second. George Russell getting third. That is your podium. Oscar Piastri getting fourth. Joe in fifth. Sergio Perez in sixth. Theo Pourchaire getting seventh. Lance Stroll getting eighth. Lando Norris in ninth. And Mick Schumacher in 10th. And then you have Yuki Tsunoda, Alexander Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon, Sophia Flores, and then Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Richard Verschoor, Valtteri Bottas. 5 DNFs this race, and Kevin Magnussen wins it. Absolutely wild. Max still holding on to the lead as he got 5 points this weekend. Sergio in second, 46 points. And George Russell moves up to P3 after a 15-point gain, giving him 45 points. Pierre Gasly dropping down to P4, even though he's got 43, so still quite a fight for P3 there. Still quite a fight for P2 there. And no one's running away with it yet. Zhou dropping down to P5. He's still in it as well. Kevin Magnussen moving up 9 spots today for P6, gaining 33 points today, and has a total of 33 points. Or, well, this weekend. Charles Leclerc dropping down 1 spot to P7. Esteban Ocon dropping down 1 spot to P8. Carlos Sainz moving up 3 spots to P9. Oscar Piastri moving up 6 spots to P10. Then Lando Norris dropping out of the top 10 today, dropping 3 spots in total down to P11. Valtteri Bottas dropping down 2 spots down to P12. Theo Pourchaire still holding on to P13. Daniel Ricciardo dropping 5 spots to P14. Lance Stroll dropping down a spot to P15. Richard Verschoor dropping down 5 spots to P16. Mick Schumacher moving up 2 spots to P17. Yuki Tsunoda moving down a spot to P18. Alexander Albon moving down a spot to P19. And Sophia Flores holding on to P20. Three more drivers need to find points this season, and I'm really hoping Sophia is one of them. I really do hope that she finds some. Moving on to the constructors. You have Red Bull sitting on top with 126 points. Ferrari in second with 73 points. Alpine moving up 6 spots this weekend for P3. Alfa Romeo moving down a spot to P4. And Haas moving down a spot to P5. Still in this little battle here, all the way up to P3. Ferrari hasn't quite gotten away from us yet, so there's still a chance. For Red Bull, we've got to finish our races up in the top. Pierre Gasly, as of right now, is our only real hope there. Mercedes holding on to P6 this week, no movement from them. McLaren dropping down 2 spots to P7. AlphaTauri dropping down a spot to P8. Aston Martin dropping down a spot to P9. And Williams still holding on to 10th. But with 4 races completed this year, every constructor has a point. We had to wait to the very last race of last season for AlphaTauri to get a point. So everybody finished with a point last season. But we didn't have to wait until the last weekend to figure out who or if it would happen. Williams got their point in this race, sitting in P10. And that, my friends, was, in fact, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It did not go how I wanted it to go at all. I won't lie. Sophie was looking good during the sprint race. Overall, for the main race, though, couldn't really hold on to that tire dig. Gasly looked really good during the sprint race. Unfortunately, after his pit stop, got into a little tussle with Charles Leclerc, and they both ended up DNFing. So, I feel like that was another win robbed from Pierre Gasly, not from the pit crew this time, but from Charles Leclerc and the FIA. I say the FIA because they penalized Pierre Gasly, but I don't know. It was definitely robbed by Charles Leclerc. He did not have to throw us into that wall. Just saying. Anyway, Miami is up next. So hopefully at a home Grand Prix, we will do decent. I'm really hoping. Pierre Gasly got podium last year at Miami, so I'm really hoping he can do it again. But if you like the video, please hit that like button. If you can't wait for the next one, hit that subscribe button. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys while I'm making these videos, and I hope you enjoy hanging out while you watch these videos. The like button, the subscribe button, like I've said before, really just boosts my confidence in making these videos, and I'm having a lot of fun doing them. And once again, if you've made it this far into this video, please leave down in the comments below whether you liked it, how you like the videos. If you like them fast with the voiceover, maybe you like them fast with the live reactions, which is what I'm giving, or do you want the voiceovers instead? Do you like the fast ×2? Do you like the ×1? Help me out. The more people that tell me how they like the videos will definitely give me more of an idea of how to make the videos. Until then, I'm going to keep going on like this because it gets me through the season faster and it makes it a little bit more fun to do, to watch. I don't know, feels realistic. Something. Anyway, until next time, have fun with whatever it is you do, and I'll see you then.